right now.
And so then you became a flight attendant after that?
Yes, I was working in the mall in Detroit, hating it, selling cosmetics. And one of the ladies at the mall was like, "Hey, why don't you be a flight attendant?" I was like, "Okay." I never even wrote planes really before. It's just okay, I'll do it. And so I went, interviewed, and I made it. I was just that's when it stopped. That's what this whole flighty, I'll try everything stopped because I became a mom. Right, about a year later, I became a mom, and every decision I made was depending on if she would eat, or will we have a roof over our head? Because I was also a single mom, so that whole risk taking just kind of squashed it, and it was just everything was like I have to plan it out. So I wish now I hope to get back some of that, but I've been so like Nay's mom for so long, like, oh, I gotta make sure she eats. I gotta, because I still struggled. There were times where because I had to take jobs that didn't have a qualification, I took jobs that didn't pay well. And so if she didn't eat all her meal, then I got to eat that night. It was literally nights that if she ate it all, I didn't eat that night. So I know that I kind of lost myself into trying to make sure I could survive and never be in a position where she didn't have, where it looked like I couldn't take care of her. So that's when, I still had that creativeness and I still clung to that. And I was writing, like, for the library, I would write these one woman shows and perform them around the circuit of the library where I was commissioned to do a Toni Morrison story. I did the Mourner's Bench because she was coming. This is years ago when my daughter was a baby. So I reenacted Margaret Garner. That's off of Beloved. That's the story, the Margaret Garner, the enslaved woman. And I will write these stories based off of history, major events and people in history. And I will perform them and try to make money at churches, whoever would take me. So I still clung to that part of me.
So were you writing your own material back in Boston all through to that point?
I mean, you mean in New York?
I'm sorry, yes.
I tried my hand at a play. I dug it out actually, like this summer. I tried my hand at a play and had a reading at Columbia University. So I was starting my hand at it, but I never pushed forward with like, let me set it up after, for full length run. I was so busy trying to get other auditions, but that's when that kind of set the seed because people who read the play enjoyed it. Like this, I could see this. I would have, let me say this. I did write my own material for the stand-up. So I guess that would count a little bit.
I'm going to confess my ignorance real quick. You said Boston Comedy Club. Is the Boston Comedy Club in New York?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's right.
It's in New York, Boston's Comedy Club.
So you were writing your own material and getting up on stage, and I assume at least once or twice, eating it pretty bad, and having to toughen up and then go back out there and try. I'm horrified of that. I love to sneak in a quick snarky joke now and again and get my couple of laughs where I can. That's fine. Go get in front of a group of people and talk about books and maybe get a laugh or two in there. No problem. But go stand up in front of a bunch of strangers with the sole purpose of if you don't laugh, you're going to turn on me and you're going to be mad.
I remember I got heckled. Oh, I got heckled at one place. Oh, it was the worst. I called my granny. I was like, Mom. She was like, "What did you use? Clean words or did you use dirty words?" I was like, "I used some dirty words too." Like that was the reason why. But I was like, I don't know. Just
so you weren't funny and you sinned. Oh my goodness.
And I sinned. So I was like, this is the worst. This is the worst. But
If you had some success, though, or you would have quit doing it early. You must have had some laughs.
I did. I did have some laughs, and that there'll be. But then again, we also had great people who. There's this Ian. He writes for other comedy shows. And JB Smooth, he's a big known actor. Like they would just sit there, like how to make the joke longer or how to make it punchier. So they would give advice, like after we do it, like you know what you could do, and you can do it. And so it'd be because we had this family through the sketch comedy group. It was just more supportive, like how to help these two girls be funnier. So I had the success. But then, and a lot of my jokes came from growing up. So I knew where to draw my jokes from my own life. So.
And there are several very funny moments in Genesis Begins Again. So I'm assuming some of that training is coming into play with your writing as well now.
I'm so glad it did. I think Genesis was a lot funnier before the editing process.
That'll happen.